I don't know what sport you like, but you could always drop it in the comments. What team you're rooting for, as it relates to the different teams and the different seasons that they're in. But I'm having a blast. And guess what? We're in the playoffs of the NFL. So for me, between the NBA and the NFL, I do it one track, man. I don't start even. I'm listening to the NBA, but I really don't start paying close attention till the playoffs because NFL and NBA overlap at some point, and I find the NFL very exciting. And there was another lesson that came out while watching the divisional weekend games. The whole fact that a team a team effort can really achieve that particular goal. So yeah, you may be starting out by yourself, but the team, the people behind you support you, the family members, or maybe even if it's a distant friend, is very important. And the reason I said that is because of how the games played out. The games have been playing out, and honestly, how the games on Saturday went, I don't think a lot of these sports people saw it coming a mile away. I'm telling you, a lot of these teams were not even considered. Yet they are making their mark, they're shaking up stuff and doing things. And so it really, for me, and I kept saying it as the playoffs turn out, and everybody's saying what they say. I said, you know what? I'm going to take it one day at a time, and I will see what I see. Because I just feel, I'm sorry, I just felt deep within that there was an upset coming. And in one day, I got two upsets. I'm like, unbelievable. I'm still even trying to figure out this whole game with the 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. I cannot for the life of me understand what happened. And it made it worse. I fell asleep. And I totally. I went back to the app, the NFL app. I went shout out to NFL, shout out to 49ers, shout out to the Green Bay Packers fans, shout out to the Bengals, shout out to the Titans. And I have no stake in this because my team already went home. My team is already on some beach, chilling and getting ready for next year. Tear, tear. Let's go, Ravens. Woo woo. That's my team. So, um, don't even let me start talking about my disappointment with that. But let's stay focused. Stay focused. Oh my God. In your comments, shout out your teams in the comments. It doesn't even matter if it's not NFL or NBA. Just shout out your team. If you love sports, drop the name of your teams in the comment. I want to see. I want to see what you like. I want what my community loves as it relates to sport. And so in my heart of hearts, I felt that the upset was going to be with the Titans and the Bengals game. Because I'm like, there's no way Aaron Rodgers is going to lose. There's no way he's going to lose. That's what I was saying. I still don't even understand what happened. But what I boiled down to is the fact that the NFL, the teams have three different sections: offense, defense, special teams. And for the two games in my, this is just me looking on, in the two games, the two different games, two different conferences, the special teams made a difference. And I'm saying, take a look over your shoulder and make it. I'm coming back full circle to what I'm gonna, why I'm pointing at out. Take a look over your shoulder and check out who is on your special teams. That person, that individual, that or individuals that root for you in the corner, that keep you going, that check in on you, that say, how are you doing? What's up with you? What's happening? What's going on? That core group of people in your team, in your life, I call that your special teams. And so shout out to our special teams. You're the ones that help us keep us going, keep us motivated at times so that we can score those goals, score those points, raise that trophy at the end of whatever accomplishment that you wanted to achieve, and meet whatever dreams come true. And so, um, when you look at what happened with those two games, especially with the, for me, I thought that the game changed for the Bengals when the ball was punted and the punt returner caught it, and the other guys was blocking, and he literally ran it back to about like 40 or 30 between it was over the 50 mark for sure. And so that was when they scored their first touchdown, because they were always doing field goals. Shout out to those kickers. All right, it gets me annoyed when a lot of them just miss for some reason. Like, I'm not saying that they're not taking their job seriously, but they I mean, as much as they think, oh, I just kick this ball, a lot of the times kicking that ball is what determines the end all and the be all of your game, for your team. So shout out to those field goal kickers today, that kept the team relevant and in the game, and the special teams moves, so, and that was what made me love it more and more. It's truly, and whereas there are times when, yes, the quarterbacks have to really literally lift the team, put it on the back, but there's a lot of times I've seen, whether it's the defense or the offense. Well, in today's case, well, Saturday's case, um, it was special teams again. With the other game with the Packers and the Niners, as I said, I fell asleep. But from the recap that I got, there were moments where the special teams had to really turn up the thing, and that block kick thing that he did, that one guy did, and ran it straight into the end zone. Look at that! Everybody making their own touchdowns. So, you know, whatever moment you get to shine, just shine, and keep rooting, and keep going, and just take it one day at a time. So shout out to all those persons in our corner that I would call our special teams.